Terror adds damage to your fears every second. So if you use wounds and food that increase your condition duration, so if fear lasts 2 seconds, that damage will take twice. And it also further increases your damage by 50% if the target have another condition on them, which happen a lot if you are a Necromancer. I personally will use this trait for support side damage, but I personally won't build my whole build around Terror, because to me, especially in a world versus world, my free skills such as the Staff number 5 and Death Shout number 3 is just way too valuable to be far away for damage per second. Like if I can free the enemy off his blaster, I could potentially save my whole circle. Just free is just way too valuable to be far away for damage per second. So I don't recommend anyone building the whole build around Terror. Save your fear for when it's needed. Master of Corruption, useful if you have a lot of corruption skills on your skill bar. Banshee's Well, really useful if you use Warhorn skills. The days on your Warhorn for last 3 seconds, and the Locust Swarm will last now 12 seconds instead of just 8 seconds. Focus Rituals, really good trait if you want to change your wells or to add area of effect from a distance. And yeah, really good in a circle fight, because like a lot of times you are not really comfortable of going next to the enemy, and without this trait you have to pretty much stand next to them to use your wells effectively. So yeah, a lot of bad trait. Spectral attunement increase the duration of your spectral skills. So for example, your special wall, your spectral walk, and your spectral armor all last roughly 50% longer. It also helps you gain life force as you use the skills. For example, right now I have 88% life force. I cast a spectral wall, it increases to 93%, so that's 5%. Unfortunately, I test the spectral grabs, it doesn't do anything, like the life force gain or the distance pulling. I personally only use this trait for the purpose of special walk for hit and run, because like it can make it last really long. For example, I see a circle all the way in the distance over there, I can cast special walk, I charge at them, I keep charging at them, see I'm still going, I can still use this, and I get to the circle, I use my looks, I use all my looks, and I go back to where I was, safe and sound, away from the enemy circle. So really good for hit and run. Ninguna Curse is useful if you want to extend the condition duration of your bleed and poison on skill number 1, and the bleed and cripple on skill number 2 on your scepter. I personally found this trait pretty cool. I mean, it's okay, but honestly, in a world versus world, that condition duration where I don't find it make much difference at all, especially in circle versus circle, so I don't want to carry it. Imprecision is a decent skill if you are heavily into a critical chance. It gives you 25% chance to apply 3 second witness on that target on a critical hit. I find it really cool because like how short that condition lasts. But to be fair, I personally don't want a high critical chance build, so I can not really comment on this accurately. But I personally find it really cool, and because both of the curse skills are to me pretty medical, I don't recommend people to max into 30 curses. So we move on to Death Magic. Its first skill, Dark Armor. The purpose of this skill is to give you extra defense when you're using churning skills such as the Axe number 2 and Dagger number 2, and also the skill number 1 when you are downed. I personally don't find this skill that this trait is great because of the long cooldown of those churning skills. Look, like 12 seconds, untraded, of course, but 8 seconds, untraded. And I find if you want defensive build, there's better traits out there. And yeah, just how long the cooldown is. I think this trait is better if it actually gives you stability doing your churning skills. Because like when this skill, it lasts 3 seconds when you to complete the cast, and it makes it really easily interruptible, and without stability, it's really weak. Same thing as a DS4, that's also a churning skill. So yeah, if they can one day change this skill to give you stability, it'll be much more helpful, I find. Greater Marks. This trait is a must take if you're using staff, because it increases your area the size of your marks from 120 to 240, which I find is the standard size for pretty much any AoE skill. So yeah, so if you use staff, you have to take this one, but if you ask me, I think they should just make every single mark 240 size by just standard and change this to something else. Mira Master affects any physical Mira skill, including the healing skill, the block freeing. Really good surgery. Use wounds that give you boneless stats, like for example the wound of Duranian, which give you regeneration when you use a healing skill. So because the Mira cut down the recharge, it makes it more, you can use it more rapidly, so useful there. Ritual of Protection, really good trait if your objective is to cast protection on your allies. I'll demonstrate how to use this. So let's equip this, and so let's say you're in a certain research situation, you cast the wall to give your ally protection, and you charge in with your allies, and you cast protection on yourself 15 seconds, protection on your allies up to 9 seconds. And that's for everyone around you, and this is really useful. That's a lot of defense for them. Staff Mastery increases the recharge of all your marks. Shield removal, decent condition removal if you go in and out of DS a lot, especially if you also have the lead to death trait. Special Vigor, honestly there's far better death magic traits than this one. I mean, it's only useful with the Bone Fiend. All the other healing skills, the recharge is just way too long, so the retaliation cannot be maintained at all. And I found that if you want retaliation, Spiteful Spirit is better anyway, so I don't really recommend that trait unless you have nothing else to take. Whippet's Protection, you're relying on the enemy to be next to you and then stun you, disable you, and then you free him. There's a lot of ifs, if you know what I mean. No, if you want fear, you want to use your DS3 to fear the enemy. You don't want to rely on this. It's just random. Most of the disable is from a distance, so this is not really reliable. So I don't recommend this trait at all. Death Shiver. This is one of the few traits that I have never used before because of how conditional it is. I mean, you have to be way next to the target, you have to be in your DS, and yeah, it's every 3 seconds, it's not every second. And as far as I'm concerned, it only apply one step of one ability, so 1% extra damage. So really conditional, and effect is, to be honest, really minimal. If I want one ability, there's far better options out there, so I never use this. Fresh Blood Master, give all your minions 50% extra health, so yeah, useful in PvE, useful in World vs World to help your minions survive slightly longer. Special useful if you want to use your Bone Minions to charge an enemy and blow up in the face with the prefix explosion. Those extra 1 second may be the difference between missing or hitting them with that high blast damage. So yeah, useful depending on what you are doing with it. I personally, if I have to choose one of them, I would choose the 20% recharge over the 50% health. It's overall, I think it's better. Death Loafer is actually much better than what most people would expect, especially in World vs World. You just have a bunch of mutants and you charge them suicidally at the enemy, and they blow up and they live behind Poison Cloud. That Poison Cloud, the poison, I don't remember how long it lasts, but I remember it's pretty long, everyone. So when you have 5 mutants when you blow up in the same area, it may give everyone a 30-second poison. I mean, yes, it can be easy removed for some classes, but it's still effective. It gives people make the enemy afraid of your mutants and make them kite a bit, so to distract them, right? So they are not totally ignoring your mutants. So yeah, really useful trait I found. Necromantic Corruption. No, I personally don't really like this trait because of how random and unreliable it is. I mean, mutants, none of them, the melee ones especially, don't have any speed buff, so they have a hard time chasing anyone down. There are mutants that will hit on a more consistent basis, like Bone Fiend and Flash Worm. Because they attack from range, but the problem is when it comes down to 10% chance, it's just not reliable at all. I mean, there's far better boom removal options if you want to remove a boom from an enemy. In World vs World, I would say for sure you want to take a Death Loafer, hands down, if you have the choice. And I guess for one-on-one, maybe recommended corruption is useful in one-on-one situation, but yeah, from my experience, I just don't like this trait. So let's go to Blood Magic, my favorite trait line. So Dagger Mastery. So this trait is useful for dagger user. So mobilize you more rapidly, and you can also drain life more rapidly. I personally don't like this trait because of it's affected only 15% when while other traits give you 20% recharge. So I personally don't like it. It's only 2 skills anyway. I don't think it makes that huge a difference when compared to other skills. But first, this increased your life stealing per hit from 25 to 37. I mean, my opinion is really weak. It's not worth investing this at all. I mean, if you want to heal, you have to rely on something else. This trait won't help you in either self-preservation or in offense. It's just way too weak. There's just 12 extra health that won't make any difference. Mark of Evasion, like I said earlier, really good trait if you love offensive dodging like me. Offensive dodging means instead of dodging away from enemy attacks or away from the enemy, you dodge to the enemy and just stay aggressive and just all-out attack pretty much. So what you do with this, you have a target here, you just walk right to him and you create a mark, right? I say in the area. It's affected by the trait greater mark, so there's some strategy there, and I personally really love this trait. Ritual of Life. When you successfully resurrect an downed ally, it will create a well of blood at that location for you. If you use the Seal of Undeath, it will also work, but the well will be under your feet instead of at the dead guy's location. I personally don't really like this trait because, like, yeah, it's just unreliable. I mean, the purpose of the well of blood is that you want to heal allies around you, but I mean, you have to have a down ally that you successfully resurrect, and this is just really unreliable, shall I say. And yeah, so Seal of Undeath 180 seconds, even traded 144 seconds, just it's not always a 1, right? It's always a 1. So I personally don't recommend this. Special Sensei has eternal cooldown of 40 seconds. When Imprecision, this trait does work with both the but first and the original hit. So what that means is when you have a critical hit, it will deal the extra 50% for both the normal life stealing and the critical life stealing. So that's 2 life stealing with the 50% bonus on 1 single hit. I can see the potential of this trait. I can see it being really powerful, especially on weapon attack weapons like the dagger. And yeah, so I don't think it's that bad, but I personally want a team healing back trait, so I don't have any room for this, so I just pretty much abandoned the whole idea of life circling altogether. I rely instead of the actual healing skills and stuff like that. So yeah, potential is there. You can give it a try because, like, Transfusion, this is a really good team support healing skill. It doesn't have a target limit from what I can see, so anyone nearby you will get the healing. The downside of this skill is that it doesn't scale with the healing power, so it heals for a fixed amount no matter what. The only thing you can do is you can increase the recharge of the life transfer to increase the range of your healing. That's all you can do, and it also doesn't heal yourself when you're under death stroke. So the only way you can heal yourself with this is that when your death stroke or your life force runs out, and then you use this skill, and then when it exits laterally, it will heal you. But so yeah, that's the downside of that. But other than that, it's this really good team support healing skill. When Mira Master, this trait is bugged because the minion doesn't actually serpent health. It just heals you for 180 health every time they successfully hit an enemy. So it's more like a self-healing skill than serpent health, half offense, half self-healing, that kind of thing. It's not bad in a PvE setting where your minion can really help to keep yourself alive, but for world versus world, I don't really like it because how fast of a minions die in a Cirque versus Cirque. Just to me, I don't think it's reliable, and yeah, but I can see it working on one-on-one or PvE, that kind of setting. Ritual Mastery is useful if you use whales.